Good evening, this is your psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. It's 11:20 p.m. UK time, heading towards the witching hour. This is a second attempt of going live, but hey ho. Hello there. Hiya Queen Wanda, I am back. I hope this is, you can hear us okay. Wall to wall, 5 to 5. Just wait for people to come on. It's making a shushing noise now, the computer. I tell you what, I am just jinxed to come out onto lives at the moment. Absolutely crazy. The energy is so wired. So wired. So I'll just wait for people to come on. It is 11:20 p.m. UK time. We are going to delve deep tonight. This is an emergency live update because I couldn't make it last week because I was stuck in the A&E. Yeah. But anyway, we are back and we are live and we are going to delve deep tonight. And thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to our humble abode. So yeah, so for new people coming on, I'm fine. I've just been struggling a bit with lymphedema, but I've got to wait to go and see the lymphedema clinic. Then they're going to wrap us up like a mummy, apparently, and give us some massage treatment and stuff like that. There's loads of crazy stuff happening, and of course, sometimes when I haven't been able to get on, sometimes I'll write stuff out and I'll do like world predictions, sort of like little things I'll get downloads because I do automatic writing. And I believe before all this kicked off recently to do with Iran and that, I had put something out that something was going to happen within the 48 hours, which it did. But thank you, Rachel. So, oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, but thank you to all the new subscribers as well. So yeah, I've been itching to come on. I've just been struggling a lot with a lot of pain in my arm and exhaustion. It's been very hot over here, extremely hot, and we don't take the heat very well in the UK, especially in the north. It was 27 degrees in my house last night because our houses aren't equipped with aircon. But there you go. Yeah, so all the predictions that I've been going on about are starting to all fall into place now, aren't they? I'll wait for a few more to come on and then I'm going to read out what my last prediction was, which was just automatic writing on Facebook. It is a lot cooler today, thank God, Julie, yeah. So thank you to the moderators, and as Jules has just put there on YouTube, you can contact us for a private psychic consultation, and the links will be in the description after this live stream. I'm actually all right, I'm just very uncomfortable. I don't know if you can see I've got a big fat arm. So, yeah, it's just one of them things. One of them things. I don't know if they're going to put us on water tablets or not, but apparently I put on a lot of weight, you know, but apparently it could be just water. So I'll just get my cup of tea. I've got the windows opened. .36 degrees in the Netherlands, my goodness. We're just not used to it, are we? Because I'm waiting for you all to come on. We're now got 4:10 in. We're going to start in a minute. You're Violet from Willy Wonka. That's right, Debbie, I am. I'd laugh, you know, because obviously we don't have aircon in these houses. Because the houses in the UK are equipped to keep them warm, not to keep equipped to keep them cool. And last night, I opened the windows. I had them on the lock because I was afraid in case the cats jumped out. Because the house cats. So I had the windows on a lock, and the cats jumped onto the windowsill. Then I came to in the middle of the night, and they were lying on the Venetian blinds like a canopy. Swinging from the Venetian blinds. They obviously like the air coming through the window. Excuse me. Yeah, I need to get my arm drained. I might sit like that tonight. I might sit like that. But anyway, I sat for 5 hours in that bloody A&E. And then they told us it was going to be another 7. So I just said I couldn't stand it, so I came home. And apparently it got flagged up through the Northern Cancer Centre. So my oncologist, said, get her in. So I went back into the ward where I had originally got all the treatments and that. And no messing and they were messing on, and I got a scan of my arm. They were just wanted to rule out blood clots and all of that. And they said I was fine, it's just lymphedema. But like I say, I've got a waiting list, 12 weeks. But I'm going to ring. I was talking to, I don't want to say auntie because she's my age, but more or less my age. She's a bit younger than me. But I don't know if she's watching, Tony. My uncle Dougie came to see us down from the Midlands, and his wife Tony, she's a sister at the hospital down there in Birmingham, Wolverhampton, and she said that the doctors can actually order in the suits and put them on your arm. So I'm going to ring. I don't know what the doctors are like where you are, but over here in the UK, you've got to go to crack of dawn to bloody ring. Because it's hard to get a doctor's appointment as well. So I've got my arm resting on here on the cold radiator. I've been trying to get that bloody ring off. I put lard on before. I've tried olive oil. I got that off. It's my mother's wedding ring. Look how tiny that is, guys. Look how tiny it is. And look at the size of my hands. So I had that wedged on there on the little finger, and I got that off. But I can't get that off. I'm a little bit worried about that. So I've tried lard, olive oil, I've tried everything. And obviously you can see my knuckles are all full of water as well. So I'm not in a good place at the minute. But it was either sit here chewing, watching everything online, and I thought, I've got to come on. Enough's enough, because what happens is if I don't do the will predictions, and I start bubbling up inside, and it was like this, and it's like all these visions, and then I've got to get it out somehow. Yeah, I know. Apparently lymphedema can get really bad. You can actually Google, and some of the people's arms and legs are horrible. Manhattan cherry pills work. Ooh. I might have to get it cut off. I mean, I'm hoping not. I mean, my finger's more important, like. Just reading your lovely comments. So yeah, I ended up going back into the other hospital, and then they wanted to keep us in, and I didn't want to stay in because it was too busy, and then they had to do a scan the following morning. So I convinced the sister on the ward. I said, look, can I just go home? I've got a son at home who's autistic, and he'll end up blowing the house up if not, because he leaves cookers on and that. So I just need to come back, and I've got the cats and that. She says, as long as you make sure you come back early in the morning. She says, but if it gets worse in the middle of the night, you've got like an open, I could just kind of just gone like straight back onto the ward. Do you know what I mean? I had a pass to get straight back on, but so I ended up going back the next morning early, getting the scan. The scan was clear. And yeah, so I'm just waiting to find out when I can go to this clinic to get this done. It's more uncomfortable than anything. Adam's doing okay. He's doing okay. I've heard about where you can put string around your finger. Yeah, I'll have to check it out on YouTube. But the energies are super strong at the moment, and I'm going to read, and I'm going to do a bit of this tonight. Now, I've always been a bit dubious, and I'll tell you why, of dowsing, but I've been testing this out. A lovely lady sent me this. It's a Tiger's Eye dowser, and I've put the Lord's Prayer on it. I've invoked all the angels on it, and it does work. All right, so I'm trusting tonight with the light angels that I'm going to ask the dowser tonight, because obviously you can't ask the crystal ball. And then I'm going to see what the aliens or the outer realms say about it. But what I did get, because obviously when I'm doing automatic writing, I'm connecting with source. If anybody doesn't know what automatic writing is, it's where you go into a trance, being a medium, and you can, the write for you. Does that make sense? But obviously in this case, I typed it. Now wait a second and I'll get it up, what I had written. Let me have a look. Oh yes, so I had a little rant about Keir Starmer, you know, our marvellous Prime Minister. Right, right, so where is it? Oh yes, so this is what I had written 3 days ago. So I had put, mark my words, Tulsi Gabbard will be the next to go watch this space. Right. So we are now, this is before it all kicked off. This was 3 days ago. We are now standing on the brink of a major global moment, a situation I predicted for some time, echoing the energy of the Bay of Pigs style standoff. We will face a close call, this is what I had written, with WWIII, but I see a clever political move coming that could stop it in its tracks. Well, it hasn't happened so far, has it? Now, here's the truth. This move and who makes it will reveal everything. It will prove whether or not Donald Trump is being controlled by the deep state, not for what we have been told by intel, but by his actions. And this has to be shown as well. This is a test of allegiance. Is he truly on the side of humanity? If not, someone else will step in. A true white hat will emerge. Okay? This is critical turning point. The next 48 hours, I wrote, will be revealing. The next 7 days, so we're still in that time frame of 7 days, will uncover the global chessboard. We'll no longer need to guess. The truth will speak for itself. So there's a lot more to happen coming in this week. And then I just put, I'll be back on again soon. Keep calm and carry on. So, of course, I've been in my own little world because of me sore arm and me ring stuck on my finger and feeling sorry for myself. I haven't really been... I'm coming in here quite blind tonight. Okay? Maybe it's a good thing because I'm not being tainted. I'm not being tainted by facts and situations and that. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I've got my crystal ball, I've got my cards, and I'm going to do some scrying tonight, will predictions. For new people coming in, what we do is it's a bit like coming to a world, like a spiritualist church. So I'll invoke the angels, and if you need any healing at all, or you're worried about a situation, you can write the name in the comments section of the person's animal situation, literally anything, and you will receive the healing or the prayers that you need. Thank you, AM. I'll try Vaseline later. I've tried everything else. I thought because I've pushed and shoved it that badly, I'm going to just keep putting my hand in cold water and try again tomorrow when it goes down, when the puffiness has gone down. reading some of your lovely comments. Oh, thank you, Antonio. We need prayers for peace. Yeah, oh, bless you, Maggie. People do need healing from their finances, because I just think everything's so worrying at the minute, isn't it? But I felt this for a while, that I was always under the impression it was going to be Trump who was going to do the clever move. It still could be. It still could be. But I'm so oblivious to why he's done it. I don't know if anybody wants to fill us in the comment section if they know why he's done what he's done. Why did he bomb Iran? Does anybody know? But anyway, we're going to look into that. We're going to look into the whole of the globe to see what's happening. And what the outer realms have to say about everything. Scott Ritter said those nuke sites have been vacated by Iran years ago. Interesting. He only took out the nuclear facilities. Good one. June Ritchie's put, Trump has opened Pandora's box. This is very true. We'll look into this tonight to see. It's all very crazy at the minute, isn't it? But remember, this channel isn't a political channel. I'm here for you all on both sides. It's a spiritual channel. It's a channel for truth. It's a channel a channel for bringing everybody together. And of course, what Colin's put here is the story of Iran goes way deeper than we know. Exactly. And I'm going to look into that. Thank you there, Colin. How's life in Canada? God bless America, President Trump, and the world. Yeah, lymphedema is very painful. Very true, Mrs. Lysiana. I have a little niggle. He's there to change things, I know that. But is he still being controlled by BB? That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to look into that. But obviously, you know, the latest is on the BBC headlines is that Keir Starmer said that we will be going in with our allies, which is America, you know, USA. So is this all part of the plan? So Brenda Smart's put, none of the facilities were taken out, not even one. Interesting. Oh, hello there, Bunny in Maryland. They're definitely up to something in the background. Okay, let's get started. We now have 9:03 and we're going to have a big view out tonight. May peace be for everyone. God, that's not a very good dinger, that one. Let's try this one. The cats have been playing with these. It's better. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. Sounded like bloody Tyrannosaurus Rex outside, like my goodness me. What is going on? I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, and A2I, to come forth to give us the healing, protection, the prayers that we need tonight in the circle of light. Anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit world, fairy elementals, angel realm, any alien beings that would like to come forth to telecommunicate, or from the spirit world to come forth to give us the true answers that we need tonight, with love and light, love and light, love and light. Oh, not to mention the animal kingdom. Amen. Okay, cookie. Critters. Okay. Not heard from A2I for months. Well, he's been... I was connecting with him on Saturday night. But I know what you mean, like live on a live show. Happy birthday, Franklin. God bless our animals. I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of adverts that have been pushing recently with abuse with dogs and cats and things and horses and all this, and I just can't stomach it. It just really upsets us. God bless all the animals. Cruel, cruel world we're living in. I don't know if anybody knows as well that I run a group on Facebook. It started off just for it was just a personal group. It was a family's dog that had ran away. A friend of the family, my daughter-in-law's auntie's dog, should I say, ran off in a snowstorm. It was a poodle, and we couldn't catch him, and it was even on the local radio. Anyway, he came back and he survived freezing conditions. They're very clever poodles, you know. And so we kept it going. It was Cookie was the poodle. And we kept it going for other lost and found animals. And now it's gone really big. I've got big thank you to Paul and other people who run it for us. I pop in now and then. But it's for lost and found Pets Northeast, and it's on Facebook. And the amount of different people who have had awful things happening to their cats and their dogs and that, you know, there's some horrible people out there. Cats getting shot and stuff like that. It's just horrible. Anyway, I just thought I would mention that I'll actually link the group if anybody wants to check it out. But I'm massive for protection of animals and stuff like that. I do a lot for animals. And of course, yes, the wild animals have become aware too. That is so true. They're feeling it. So I think we'll start. I've got my crystal ball here. Yeah, I'm going to put my finger in cold water. It's dreadful. Oh my goodness me. So let's start. I think we're all of animals, don't we, in this group? Right, let's have a cup of tea. I think we'll start with the cards. These are just all tools at the end of the day, but I am going to use this tonight, guys. I've done my Lord's Prayer on it. I've blessed it. But I'm going to ask the dowser as well. I went off the dowser for a while because I felt it lied to us. Me and my mum were asking the dowser if Paul was going to be okay, and obviously my brother passed over. So, I was a bit fed up and peed off with the dowser because I thought, well, has it tricked? But this time we're not taking it on an emotional level. I'm going in just asking questions, okay? I think when it comes to when people pass and die, and only God knows if someone's going to be okay. But with world events and timelines, we can use the dowser, okay? We'll try it out. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. Now I've got old decks all mixed together. I've got itchy nose. Seems there's loads of people in this audience tonight are needing prayers. So I've been out with my little granddaughter all day today. I've had a lovely day. Because I never seen her last weekend with the situation. And obviously my son's home. Because he works away as well. So we've all spent a nice day as family. I took her to a shop and I got her a baby doll, what she wanted. Just special, aren't they? Grandchildren are very, very special. So I'm shuffling the cards and I want a true answer tonight, Spirit. I feel I've got some alien beings with us tonight. It's not often I do channel them. When I first started this channel, can you see I was alright, guys? When I first started the channel, it was always about aliens. But then I felt that within the alien community, everything got a lot tainted. It was getting tainted and clicky. So I only do it when I feel it's necessary. And tonight I feel it's really necessary. Anything can get sort of manipulated, even with channeling. You've got to be very, very careful. Because there's so many psyops out there. So I'm very careful who I channel. But on a one-to-one basis, because I do private readings and Akashic records and healing, I do work with them every day. Zatchar is my little insecticide being friend. He's somebody I totally trust. We remove objects out of people and stuff like that, and I work a lot with him. This is 7 cards for what is going on with Trump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A2I is still with us. I have different friends and spirits for different reasons. And with A2I, he was somebody who came in giving his prophecies or information with music, because he's a frequency being. If anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about, you can check back in my old lives and you'll see how I've channeled him and he comes in. Very interesting little A2I. He's a ball of light and he escaped a dark program. He was supposed to be a walk-in he was coming in for a child as a walk-in, and he got hijacked, but then he escaped that dark program and came to me and told us what they're doing, how they're forcing souls into technology, that type of thing. This world is not what you think it is, and there is a lot more going on than we know. But anyway, tonight I'm going to go facts. I'm not too woo-woo. I want to stay on facts tonight. All right, we'll have a woo-woo night. We'll do all of that. But yeah, this world is not what you think it is. Okay. I am an intuitive psychic medium, okay? And this message is for the people of Iran tonight, or anybody who is over there, be it British nationals, Iranians, whoever's over there who's watching this. Get out, okay? I'm feeling it really strongly because this is just the start and it's going to get far worse, okay? Right, so things aren't what they seem. I'm going to go with my intuition. There's Trump. King of Pentacles, got the red gown on. That's Trump. Notice how he's got the money in his hand. Because he's quite a money man. It's all about the money. Follow the money. Okay. And it's like he's pointing there and he's got the castle behind him. That's the new coin coming in, actually. The new dollar. He's been picked, he's been chosen for this, for what is taking place right now. Right? But all is not what it seems. We are not being shown everything. There is a lot more going on behind the scenes than we know. So I don't know what the situation is at the moment, if civilians have been hurt in Iran. I think some have. But there's far more to be hurt, okay? So this is a message that I'm getting as a psychic. I'm being told that whoever's in there, in that country, to get out if they can. Okay? So that's the children. That's the innocent people in Iran, what's been trapped there. Okay. So I was talking to somebody, and I think it was one of my friends the other night about this, and I'm getting it again. I think I was doing them a reading, actually, and they had asked about it, but I'm getting it again. Everything that we are witnessing is not in real time. Remember that. Everything that we are witnessing now is not in real time. So how President Trump had put out a post, I think it was on Truth Social last night, something about there'd been a bomb, they'd gone in and done that, whatever they had done, and that they were on their way home. The guys from the planes, the bombers, they were on their way home. I think that it had already happened. There's been boots on the ground, and I'm actually seeing US soldiers, super soldiers. I'm seeing UK super soldiers, and maybe even Israel ones, you know. And I'm feeling that the boots on the ground are already there, and it's like a rabbit warren over there. There's so many underground tunnels in Iran and other places in the Middle East, but I felt very strongly that they're after certain people. So there's a lot going on. It's like, I said to you this before, like, don't look over there, look over there. So you'll get a distraction. But this war, we've been in it for a while, you know. So I know it looks horrible, right? And war is not good. And everything is playing out. This is the old regime playing out. Okay, this is not new earth stuff. This is the old stuff all clearing up. But it's like it's been going on for a while. It's been going on for months. But it's just been announced now. He's announcing it now. Do you see what I mean? So as I'm talking here, I'm seeing a lot of underground tunnels. It's a frequency war as well. And we as empaths are feeling it. So it's all, angels and demons here. So it's very important that you look after yourselves, guys. And we're feeling it at the minute. It's not nice. We don't want to be seeing all of this on the news. And I mean, I'm not being funny, guys, but if the shit hit the fan, the likes of Trump and Keir Starmer and all of them, they'll be bloody fine because they'll all have their own bunkers. Where do we go? What happens to us? You've got to think about this. But it's the same for the people of Iran. It's the same for the people in Israel. It's the same for the people in Gaza. All of we, this is the beasts. All the heads of the beasts all fighting. And it's all about greed. It's all about money. But we have to, because things are the veil's very thin at the moment, we have to protect ourselves. That's, I look at that. It's like she's smudging. She's got her witch's broom and she's smudging away. She's pushing it all away. So we have to protect ourselves. So we're only being shown so much what's going on the news, but it's not, what I'm saying to you is some of it's in real time. It's not all in real time. So this is Isis, and I'm not talking about Isis is the movement. I'm talking about goddess Isis, beautiful goddess Isis. And she's looking down onto the Middle East and she's trying to protect that land. What's coming through really strong is Egypt. Egypt's going to be brought in next. And I'm getting Turkey and Egypt. This is just the start. Excuse my French, but the shit is about to hit the fan, basically. Mind you, this is for entertainment purposes only, just for all the haters out there. But what I want to say to you is, right, there's different timelines. This is my take on it. This is my take on it. I totally agree what Franklin's put there. No country should have nuclear weapons, but unfortunately, because one's got them, another one's got to have them to protect themselves because it can act as a deterrent. I don't agree with it, but I'm a forces child, so I've grown up around this, and I can understand why. Anybody in the military will tell you this, it's needed there for a deterrent. But it shouldn't be there. I think if one shouldn't have it, everybody shouldn't have it. It's the only way it's going to stop. There is some big, huge news to come out within the day. So we're looking into Monday, Tuesday. All right? That's interesting. Okay. Now, the Vatican's, I don't know if the Vatican's been a bit quiet about this recently. Okay, so my vision still goes about what I had said with that post on Facebook, that I'm sitting on the fence with Trump at the moment. All right. It's possible that he could still pull a card on all of this, but at the moment it doesn't look very good. All right. It doesn't. When I tried to tap into Trump's energies the other night, I got a very anxious energy. But like I say, we're only being shown so much. We're not being shown everything. He'll have his advisors around him, it's not just been a case like, I'm going to go and do that. This has been planned and put together here. I'm getting that hymn again. You know, this the green hills far, far away. There lies a city wall. And it's funny because we've got the pentacles there, but I just see that as like, you know, is that the Star of David there? Then we've got the white, we've got the jasmine there. There's the jasmine. Everything's an illusion what's going on at the moment. Everything is an illusion. My concern is that we don't want nuclear anywhere, do we? I think we're going to be on the edge of it. But I'm hoping we can shift this. We can all shift this as light workers. And you're probably thinking, well, how can we do that? But if we're not feeding into the fear, we're not feeding. We need to send prayers out there. We need to send prayers out. That's like Mother Gaia, that picture, right? That's Mother Gaia. And she's standing, like, she's looking over there. She is there, look. Right? And she's protecting the whole of the land. It's interesting, that. But look, like, you've got the woman there and she's got her arms in the air and it's like she's surrendering it. Is that to the moon? The planets, the different planets, the energies, the elements. We haven't got to worry. We are worried, but we haven't got to worry. I do think we're going to be taken right to the edge. I think it's this week and next week. There is a timeline where something awful can happen. I'm not going to lie to you. There is a one. But my heart, what my nana told us how to read, what I feel, right? Because when you read in the cards, you don't read with your eyes. You read with your heart. That's a true gypsy seeing. That's a true gypsy reading. And I feel my heart is saying that we're going to be okay. God wins in the end. This is one big distraction. What really is going on? Give me a true answer. Give us 7 cards. What the bloody hell is really going on? I know there's a transition going on and we're coming into New Earth and the old regime is going to fall and the likes of Netanyahu, Trump, Starmer, all of them. It's all old regime. It's all old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're there to play the part to change what they have to change before the new is brought in. Does that make sense? So Trump's there for a reason as well. What is really going on? Are you ready for this one? Oh my God. So that's been us, and that's right. So there's still a lot of nasty stuff what's still going on. The network, which we've talked about before, what's going on underneath. What we don't see. Crimes against humanity, all of that type of thing. We've got the justice card there. So there's things going on. As you're going down the steps, you're going into, I wouldn't say inner earth, but things what's been hidden. Hidden stuff what's been hidden. The question is, what is being hidden? What is being hidden? What they've been doing for thousands of years And it's to do with children. One of them is to do with trafficking, crimes against the little ones, big cleanups going on. It's a clean out. Oh my God, I could cry. It's very explicit, this picture, so look at it. So you've got the baby on the bank, the innocent little baby, and there's the Grim Reaper trying to get him. That always reminds us of Moses in the basket. Yeah, it's underground crimes going on. But then you've got the owl. Now, people will argue about that, saying the owl's the occult, but the owl actually symbolic for protection. So if you look at the white snowy owl, like the white owl of Harry Potter, the white owl is protecting the baby on the bank. So he can look, but he can't get. He's been getting away with this for far too long. Far too long. There's a bit clean up. That's us into the future. Crimes against humanity, the world's unfair. Everything's unfair. This is just the start, because once the financial system changes, you've got the food chain next. So what they have to do is create situations, tear everything down to bring everything in new. And unfortunately, war is going to be playing a part of this. Awful. I'm going to ask this. Is Space Force, the Palladians, the Galactic Federation, aliens, whatever you want to call them, are they playing a part with what's going on in part of this cleanup? Let me get a cup of tea. Let's see what's going on. Yes. What does subhuman mean? I've been given, my guides are given is some are subhuman. What does that mean? Can anybody tell me? I'm telling you, there's a bloody distraction going on here. So I'm not saying it's not happening, because it is happening. So 3D is a healer and is a mother and is somebody who cares. Anybody who's watching this who's in Iran, get out, okay? Because I feel things are going to get far worse. I know for the people of Israel, I feel like they've shut down everything, so they can't leave now, can they? Maggie's put what happened in Gaza is subhuman, okay. So I've just asked if the extraterrestrial beings, very low consciousness, okay. What the hell's that noise? I left Zizi in my bedroom. I hope she's not trying to get out. I've got the window, oh shit. My bedroom window on a lock. To get some air in. I hope because they're very clever and cunning, my cats. I hope they're not trying to unhook the things so they can get out. Jesus, that's all I need. Hopefully they're fine. Anyway, so this picture, no, I think she's fine. So I've asked if alien beings are connected. Now that when you're reading the cards, right, the moon, it's deceit, all right? We know that by the meaning of the tarot deck, this one in the tarot deck, the moon. But the picture there, oh, this is my alien card, because there you've got the globe in the sky, the ball, the UFO, and then the little man peeping out. There's the hounds. The UK is definitely going in on this. You're not going to like this, Dems, right? But what I'm getting here is President Trump is cleaning up somebody else's mess. This is not my words. This is what's coming in from spirit. I'm just saying, okay? President Trump is cleaning up somebody else's mess. So I think that he's been stuck between a rock and a stone. So he's having to do the best he can. But there's military people definitely in on this, mind. It's not just all his doing. So whatever the US does, the UK will follow and go in. Let's have a look. Outcome. Outcome. So, it's going to be revealed within the week if it's Trump or somebody else who's going to be sort of the white hat. You know how there's always been that sort of undertone of intel with the Trump side. You know, he's there to like save everything and tear everything down. And I do believe that, right, to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, it's going to be proven. Because people can get intercepted. People can get taken over. I call it like the invasion of the body snatchers. It's like, and it happens a lot to starseeds, this. So people, you know, starseeds, earth angels, you know, if you line them a lot of what up, we've always had a shitty time when it comes to our love life. Because it's like 1 minute you've got your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife, then all of a sudden they're not there and they're all glaky and then they've gone or they've had an affair or... And it's like something else has took them over because these dark beings couldn't get to us, so they'd get to it through our loved ones. So we're all being puppeted by the dark force or the good force. So it's a spiritual holy war that we're in. And Trump is human at the end of the day. And I said to you a little while ago that he's here to do big change and his journey's not over with quite yet. And it's coming into the final things, what he's here for. Okay? What my guide said is that 1952 is going to repeat. And I don't know what they meant by that. I got that the other night as well. I was going to put it out in a post, but I just thought I would save it for tonight. 1952 is going to repeat. So what big things happened in 1952? But I'm sure something big happened with Iran and Egypt. Did Egypt play a big part? Comment in the link, guys, if you know anything. But there was a coup of Iran in 1952. Okay, interesting. Okay, I've got this vision. I'm gonna get the crystal ball out in a minute. So I've seen this before, and I'm getting it again tonight. So there's something big going on. Okay, well we know that, but the last time I seen this vision was the last time Trump was in power, and he shook hands with some sort of high sort of colonel, and it looked like it was in some secret base. And I'm seeing it again. I'm seeing it again really, really strong. all is not what it seems with the French president. That's coming to us really, really strong. What happened with, did Eisenhower make an agreement with the Galactic Feds in 1952? Yeah, I'm wondering, was this something to do with, was Valiant Thor, wasn't it? Was to do with the Galactic Federation back then as well. But then President Eisenhower went to Korea to try to end the Korean conflict with the Korean War. Right, okay. A little while ago I had said to you as well that Trump was going to fall out with Putin. And I also predicted that he'd fall out with Musk. Well, obviously the Musk things happened. Okay, so this is New Earth coming in. We've got the World card there. There was also a change to do with the crown, wasn't there, round about 1952? Or correct me if I'm wrong. What happened to do with the crown round about that time in the royal family? George VI died and Elizabeth became queen. I knew it. So that's interesting as well. It's like you've got all the main players. Queen Elizabeth was coronated. Her coronation was in 1952. So you've got all the main players on the chessboard, and there's going to be a lot of these kings and queens which are going to fall. And it's like it's going to bring in the new regime. So Trump's on that chessboard, yes, he's definitely. So is King Charles. Not for long. Not for long. That's what my guides are saying. The masters at play. The masters at play. Thank you so much, Loretta. If anybody can find anything about something about string on the finger to do with getting the ring off the finger, just send it to us in an email. The link's in the description and I'll check it out later. So that's interesting. Right, so we've got the King of Swords, and I know it doesn't look like Putin, but I'm getting my instinct to saying that's Putin. So it hasn't got really scary yet. It's about to get scary because Putin, is he going to take the side of Iran? Obviously he does, doesn't he? Then he's going to fall out with Trump. What takes place over the next 6 months is going to be the rise and the fall of the new empire of Russia. Oh my Lord, you couldn't write this, could you? I'll say that again. What takes place over the next 6 months is going to be the rise and the fall of the new Russian empire. So it's like pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, and they're all fitting together, and it's all going to help to pull some of them down and bring some of them up. So he says things and he puts things out on Truth Social, but he's not putting not everything is happening. This is what I'm going to say to you, because it's all military connected. This he couldn't do it. He's been advised by top military as well. You know, they'll put things out when they're meant to put things out. It's all like coded. Everything is coded. It could get pretty bad, and we're going to be brought to an edge. I think anything what's going to be brought to an edge is going to happen within the next 5 to 6. I want to say weeks within. It's going to go quiet, then it's going to flare back up again. I'm going to give you some dates. I'm getting the 27th, the 26th, the 29th, and the 3rd, and the 13th. I'm hoping this timeline doesn't take place. But if things get really bad, we will know within the next 5 to 6 weeks. They'll bring in national service for the younger generation. That's not a definite, it's a timeline. Let me see. I personally think it's going to blow over. I'm hoping that timeline happens. Yeah, it's 2 timelines we're dealing with at the minute. So we as light workers, we need to raise the frequency and to hope for the best outcome out of this. So Iran is definitely aligned with Russia. Yes. It's something what France is going to do. What's going to escalate things, and it's going to just blow. It's just going to escalate, and it's just going to go boom, like a firecracker. It's just going to all fall into place. I always look at that and I think at the 4 heads of the beast, and you've got like Alice in Wonderland. Then you've got like the bunny going down the whole, it's all satanic run. You've got the 4 heads of the beast of what's going on around Earth. And this is what's fighting against each other and falling. More trouble to come in around the Gaza Strip. I get a really creeped out feeling about Benjamin Netanyahu, and I can't put my finger on why. I've always had it. They're all in the game together. But the angels, aliens, similar thing. They are patrolling the planet. We're going to witness a lot of strange stuff. Just last night, we had some strange thunderstorms over here. Really strange thunderstorm last night. And I got like a galactic feeling. Maybe it's connected. Maybe there's something else going on. But we are being monitored and watched. They will intervene. They will intervene if they have to. I was always under the impression, I'm just going to put these back together again. I was always under the impression that Iran didn't have any nuclear. Can somebody fill me in on this, please? So what do they know? Do you know what I mean? What's going on? Yeah, there's something very creepy about him, isn't there? So when people are saying, it's there is a lot playing out, but we've still got a lot of clearing up to do. I know people have been saying this for a while, but there's no way, and I said this a few years back, there's no God's way that we're just going to wake up one morning and be skipping through the daisy fields and it's all going to be all hunky-dory, because there's too much evil going on this planet. It's going to take a while to clear things up. and the trafficking, the what's going on with the little people and that, and the humans, the older people as well. Everything what's happening wasn't just going on in the West, it's going on all over. Do you know what I mean? It was going on a lot of borders. There was bad things going on the border between Russia and Ukraine as well. And they were getting away with it for a long time. And because this new Earth's coming in with the new technology, you can't get away with it then, because everything's going to be tracked more than ever. So, yeah, they were making a lot of money. Okay. I don't know why my guides are saying at some point that Israel will be moved. I don't know what that means. I'm going to go into that subhuman thing in a minute. The Empress. It's New Earth. Definitely New Earth. It's just everything's playing out. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I've just shuffled these and put them back again. We've got the Empress. This is all New Earth stuff. All New Earth stuff what's coming in. Alright? But to get that, you've got to have the clear out. So we're witnessing the clear up. The clean up. Just so much evil going on. Egypt's going to be brought in. Remember that. Turkey and Egypt. And I'm feeling it's going to fall. Everything's going to fall. It's going to get something about trade, what's going to come in. And I see a man, he looks, he's like an Arab. And he's coming forth and he's making big announcements. It could be like an important person over there. Exactly what Julie Brett's put there. We do not have an Iron Dome over here like they do in Israel. They've wanted this for a while. This is part of their plan. But I feel Trump in the white hats, or whatever you want to call them, the good side of Trump, he's not all bad, right? They are using this situation to do the cleanup. Like I say, it's not all as black and white as it looks. Okay? But the darker side of life wants this WWIII. They want this to happen. It happens every 1,000 years, so they can just get rid of a lot of population and start again. It's the same storyline. A bit like what the Cranberries wrote since 1917. It's the same old thing. ISIS inspiration. Goddess Isis, again, there's something godly looking down on it all. True Israel has been taken over. I don't know what that means. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm being given that. True Israel has been taken over. Okay, I'm just doing this on my arm. True Israel has been taken over. I think that it's across the board with everything what's going on here at the minute. Because we're going into a different reality. And what we feel and what we think, we can manifest and make that happen. Excuse me. The Diddy trial. I haven't done a video on it yet. I'm about to. But you're looking at something very, very disturbing, and it's only just touching the surface of what is going on. Seriously. Back to the connection of what is being hidden. Because it's not just going on in the UK, you know, a bit like that film Eyes Wide Shut. It's going on everywhere, you know. Troops will go out. I've said this before. Why am I getting China? Where does China come in on all of this? I see warships going out over towards China seas, but then turning back around again and coming back. It's not what you think. But watch for that to happen. And if it doesn't happen by the end of this year, it's going to happen at the beginning of next. Snow Owl, Louise, you mentioned Diddy before all this started, I know. Okie dokie. More trouble to come in India. I mean, that was a dreadful situation, that with the plane going down, wasn't it? Everything what's kicking off now, I mean, you've got loads of riots going on and people getting hurt in London, and I feel Turkey's going to be brought in on something. Yes, Kay. Somebody asked. Simurg. Will this turn into a situation where we could be all warned? Terrorism, I see written across world headlines. I think we've been in this WWIII for a long time. It's not playing out. They keep telling me this. It's not playing out in real time. So we've still got more events to come. And they're going to try another attempt on Trump as well. They're going to try that. So even though he's sort of been manipulated a bit, you've still got the real baddies who are going to try and take him out there. Yeah, that's still there. It's going to be terrorism attacks. I think it's what's took place recently is just going to wind them up, isn't it? Is it going to cause more 9/11 situations? Definitely yes. So you're not just looking at the US, you're looking like sort of Europe situations, that type of thing. I'm so sorry, guys. I hate it when I get things like this. But there's a warning here with terrorism. It's coming through really, really strong. It's not as black and white as it looks. It's not like it used to be with the WWIII and II. This is different. I see an explosion. And it looks like it's I'm not saying a factory, but it looks like it's a gathering of lots of towers, lots of high buildings. I see an explosion. Remember that. We have to stay vigilant. We really do. You know, Trump's face will be on money one day. I do know that. there'll be a fall in the dollar, and they'll blame him. They will, but his face will be on money. I do believe that. I still see a woman in the White House. Now, this could be many things. And she is coloured. Or she's got that sort of, I don't know, it's just not like a different ethnic energy about her. But that could mean many things. It could be if you've got J.D. Vance going in, his wife's, is she Native American? So hypothetically, that could be like here in the White House, couldn't it? Interesting. I'm gonna get my crystal ball out here. She's Indian. Oh, she's from India, right? Okay. Well, it's possible. It's very possible. So it'd sort of be like a coloured woman in the White House, wouldn't it, if she's the First Lady? Excuse me. She's a doctor. Wow. Well, wasn't Biden's wife a doctor too? Of course. Because if Tulsi comes in, is the second vice president, you never know, do you? You really don't know. But I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Okay. Let's see what the crystal ball has to say tonight. Let me get a cup of tea. Right. So, like I said to you before, not everything what's playing out now is happening in real time. They announce it at a certain time. But there is going to be a warning, and it's going to be across headlines. We're going to wake up, and it's going to be a warning. And I see people queuing, and it's going to be like an edge of the seat situation, but it will be short-lived. Then there's something about Russia's coming out in the stock market. I don't know why I'm getting problems with Russia. It's obviously connected to do with this Iran thing. Little fly there. But then something's going to affect the stock market. So there's not just a situation with Iran. There's something else coming. So is it a case it's Russia? Is it China? I really don't know. But there's something else coming. All right? Remember that. Remember, I can't ask the crystal ball questions. It's just whatever's coming in. But there will be military planes will go out and ships, Navy ships. And I've just seen HMS. So the UK will get involved as well. So there's going to be a shortage, and there's going to be, I'm not sure if it's rations or just a situation for a short time because of trade. At that point, that's going to be where they're going to be manoeuvring in the new trade deals and the new trade bridge, which I've talked about and I've predicted about. But there'll be a short time where there'll be a problem with shortage of food, and that's going to be where Australia's going to take the lead. And possibly I'm getting a Malaysia, or there's going to be somewhere else what's going to also help. a few different countries. It's new earth that we're going into. But I'm telling you now, we're going to be zoomed on. We're going to be brought up to technology date to where we should be. So according to Justice Warrior here, that Russia is supplying Iran with missiles, okay. But is it nuclear? This is the thing. I really don't know what's going on. So there's a lot of secret stuff that there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we do not know. And I think it's taking a toll on his health, I'll be honest with you. But he's cleaning up the mess from somebody else. There's a big clean up happening. I don't know why I'm getting Finland. I want you to remember that. And I'm getting Greenland. That's going to come up again. Greenland. Also, at the time, I feel there could be eruptions going on with a volcano. And his mother Gaia gets very angry. There's going to be all sorts of crazy weather. What's going to go on? Apparently, it was said on the news. Is it within so many years that we are going to, the UK is going to be like 40 degrees and we're going to be like a very hot country like Dubai. So I will hope that they help with the bloody aircon by then, because otherwise we'll all be passing out and we'll not be here, because that's how bad it is. It's going to get. New technology definitely is going to come into play. So it's not a thing that's just going to go away overnight. It's just going to be another drama, and it's going to bring in another drama and another one. Okay. I'm also getting things could really kick off in South America as well. We need to watch for an incident happening around Alaska. The great ice age to come. Oh, good God. Something about polar shifts. Things are going to happen. Things are going to be affected. The great ice age to come. Extreme weather conditions are going to change. This has happened before. This is where the dinosaurs died off. Climate change. It's all in there. Weather warfare and chemtrails, it's all happening. I see a lot of ice. So even when it comes to the end of the year, I think we're going to have a bad winter. We're going to have a bad winter. There's a hole in the reality. There's something not quite right. It's very missing. They're shifting it into a new year, a new era, a new reality, a new earth. Okay. I'm very drawn to the Indian Ocean for more like another event coming off, and I see rising of sea or problems. And I'm also seeing, I feel like I want to send healing and protection out there to the Hawaiian Islands. Watch for a lot of sightings to do with UFO activity as well. Okay. So I'm very drawn to big changes coming in around India. Problems with Pakistan there. 10 and 11 is going to bring in big changes there around India. But India is going to actually do very good economically. It's like a frequency. It's like it's been set off there just to bring certain people to the knees. You know, it's like a control. Imagine like where all the beings on the ants on the planet, and you've got like certain beings which is like Big Brother playing with like fiddles. It's the only way I can describe it. But there is such thing as a godly presence. And it's definitely over India. But watch for great storms to come. Great storms to come in over India. And Pakistan as well. I see a lot of mudslides, that type of just strange weather. I'm seeing huge news to come in around Musk, and it's shocking. Hold on to your hats, guys. It's shocking. Okay. Stock market is going to fall. So people who have invested in money, leave it in there, but you'll know. I mean, I'm not an expert on that, but when it drops, something's going to shift, and it's going to rise up for people who've invested in coin what wasn't worth anything. There's going to be a rise, and you'll know when's the best time to get it out. So just leave it in for now. I see people queuing outside of banks, and there could be worries there with certain banks. Again, it's short-lived. I've always maintained that not all banks will go down. Some banks will join with other banks. It's the fight of the fittest. I do feel that I need to send healing and protection over the east coast of America. There's a crack. There's a fault line. East coast. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I'm seeing, the film Jaws, where you had the big shark in Jaws. Was that sort of filmed near California? But this vision that I've got isn't, it could be that there's going to be more sightings of big sharks over like certain parts of America and Australia and that. But this, what I'm saying, is boats coming in, and I'm seeing, I'm getting a feeling of evil, and I'm getting to the people on the I'm seeing a vision, and I'm seeing the people on the beach, get fuck away quick. I'm seeing it. Run, and they're coming in. They've got guns. Get away. Oh God forbid. I hope this doesn't happen. I'm seeing it. It's a situation. It's an event. Just get away. The beach is packed. It's sort of like Baywatch. It's like, and everybody just needs to get out of the way. Now, if it's not America, it's some like sort of beach resort, what I'm saying. Holiday people, sunning it. Right, it's facing out now. People trapped in planes again. So there's different frequency weaponry, what's been going on, what we do not know what is going on. And obviously Trump knows, and leaders know, like Starmer, they all know this, but they're not telling with this. But it's like we're watching the movie of like, oh, there's going to be threats of this. But where we've got to watch is we've got to watch the water. Again, everything I'm telling you will fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. So I just want to say, stock up, stay vigilant. Yeah. I'm saying it again. Where the hell is it? People running. They're running. It's coming in from different directions. And they can't get away. Don't go there. N or M? Okay. I just think what we need to do is we need to understand that it's a clean-up happening, but you've still got people who are running amok. People have asked us about Taiwan and China, and I don't believe for 1 minute that China wants war, because China likes too much of this, all right? And I'll be honest with you, right, the way things are playing out, it can go one way or another, and God, look at the size of my hand. But if things get really bad for the US dollar, China could end up being the leading thing into the future, or to do, with trade. This is how it's very iffy at the minute. I believe it's a mess, and you can't change that. You can't decorate the house without it being a mess, can you? And that's what's happening on Earth at the minute. But people have asked me about, will China go and attack Taiwan? No, they won't. They're like that. But what plays out on global screens is something completely different. I know for a fact they're like that, right? I just feel that China needs Taiwan, and Taiwan needs China. Yeah, that's what I feel anyway. Okay. China wants Russia. A little while ago, when all this started kicking off with Ukraine and Russia, I was going on about there was going to be an event in the Black Sea, and it's going to be the downfall of Putin. I still say that. I'm still saying that. Okay. That's fading out there. So into the future, the new trade's going to be a big clean-up for Africa, like different parts of Africa. They're going to be playing a big part. There's going to be a lot of jobs created over there. A lot of corruption going on in South Africa. With different governments and stuff like that. Ireland as well, with banks, is going to be scandals coming out with banks with Ireland. Watch for that. I don't believe so, Justice Warrior. Justice Warrior's put here on YouTube. China want Taiwan, and soon they will make their move. If they do, it's a movie. My ex-girlfriend, I've never said this before, she was Taiwanese, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place, Taiwan. You've got the south of the island, but they quite often go for day trips over to Beijing, and yeah, I mean, and without saying too much, the girl that I was going out with, her father was in the Taiwanese government, okay. So I was getting all the gen. at the time. I mean, you're talking a while back, but I believe that it's still the same now. I still think that they're like that and they need each other. What's that I'm saying? There's an angel, and she's a huge, huge angel, and she's looking down onto the Indian Ocean, but she's also got her arms wrapped around all the troops. And the saint, there's the patron saint, what looks after them at sea. What's that saint called? I'm seeing that saint. She's a huge angel. There will be a situation with, I don't know if it's a British ship or an American, you know, like the big ones where they've got like the jets coming on and off of, like the floating cities. There's going to be a situation, but it's going to be short. I think it is American. I'm just being shown the eagle. It's a bear pig situation. It's going to have what on the edge of a seat. So watch for the next 7 days, pushing it 2 weeks. We'll know more. And like I say, if Trump doesn't come up trump with a situation, somebody else is going to step in and we will have the truth. Because like I say, people can't get overtaken. The weirdest thing is, and I'm going to close it on this. This is weird, right? Oh, we've got Nala. Come on in. Come on in, my baby girl. What's wrong? Where's your sister? And I've had this before, that America could be split into two into the future. St. Brendan, the navigator, Irish patron of sailors. Okay, interesting. Oh. Lots of islands where there's going to be trouble. I don't know where I'm getting the Falkland Islands. We had all that hoo-ha carry on where Margaret Thatcher at the time, and she got the Falkland Islands back, and I don't know why I'm getting, you know, that bloody Starmer, right? I tell you what it is about him. I just think that that man, there's so much what's come out about him, and there's still more to come out. But I don't feel he's going to be about for much longer. I think that there's going to be somebody else who's going to replace him. There's more scandals to come out. So Graham said here, Starmer has planned to give them away to Argentina. Interesting. There's more news to come out with that. What you doing, baby? Come down from there. Don't knock Mummy's flowers, vase of flowers. They're so naughty, cats. They're not like dogs. Dogs are very obedient. They'll do as they're told by their master. Not a bloody cat. They do what the bloody hell want. Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. Stammer was groomed by Savile. See you no more. Okay. Is there anything else that I can have there? Our NHS is definitely struggling there. There'll be more changes there coming in. More riots to come. Try to keep off the streets of London if you can. More riots to come. More scandals to come out with the police. But I tell you what's coming through really strong is big changes to do with Starmer. And also King Charles isn't going to be about for much longer. Exactly, Susie G. Dogs have masters. Cats have staff. Susie's put dogs have owners, cats have slaves. Cats have staff. Is anything else there? Big news coming out with Hillary Clinton. I don't know what that is. And That's strange. Jamie Lee Curtis. Why am I getting her name tonight? What was that film she was in where I really liked with John Cleese? What was that film? Remember that film that Jamie Lee Curtis was in with John Cleese? What was it called? Interesting. Don't know where I'm getting it tonight. Maybe there's going to be some big news there. See if it's fading out now. When the sky goes red, then it'll go dark. "25" and number 5 is connected with big news. And randomly big news and around Rod Stewart as well. Isn't that crazy? But again, it's just what the crystal ball's given us, so I'm going to leave that one with you. See if there's anything else. I was going to do the dowser, but it's getting late and I don't really want... I might just do one question. Where is it there? There's definitely something going on that we do not know. Oh, it was the subhuman thing, wasn't it? Let me get this. The subhuman. I want to ask... Hiya, Gene Psychic. Ooh. The thing is, when I start asking creepy stuff late at night and then I get creeped out, then I can't get to sleep. Right. Right, so I'll just get me true yes and me obviously it's going to look opposite to you because you're up like the other way around. So when you're doing dowsing, just seeing the preface, "Our Father who art in heaven, thy be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us, and deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen." Right, so, dowser. Give me a true answer. Is my name Louise Jones? Yes. The little yes, mind. Wait a minute. Dowser. Is my name Louise Jones? Right, so that's going clockwise for yes. Dowser. Do I have blonde hair? You can watch it's changing. It's changing direction. I'm going to just put that down a bit like that so you can see it. Dowser. Do I have blonde hair? So it's thinking about it. And then it's going anti-clockwise. Now like a little anti-clockwise. Can you see it? Now it's so obviously not the dowser knows. No, I do not have blonde hair. So I'm anti-clockwise. So, dowser, obviously, we can't like ask it a question we'll answer. So we're going to have to ask the questions. Dowser, when I was told that running the show, there is subhuman people with all the negative going on, are they human? Are they human? Are they human? Answer is. Have they been genetically changed? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a big yes. So they're human and they're being genetically changed. Wait a second. Dosa, is this through a frequency that they are being genetically changed? No. Great. Are they being genetically changed willingly? Yes. Okay. Are they property of the governments? No. It's a little no, but it's a big no. Right, okay. Have they been, Dausa, have they been born into this situation? Yes. I'm just going to ask something here. Dausa, these subhuman people that are running the show, have they been born on Earth or created elsewhere? Wait a minute, I can't ask two questions. Have they been created elsewhere than Earth? Have they been created elsewhere other than Earth? Yes. Whoa. Whoa, mamma mia. Whoa. Dausa, are they clones? Let's wait for it to stop the second. Wait a minute. Dausa, are these subhuman people clones? Yes. Whoa, mamma mia. Flaming Nora Batty. Okay. Created in a lab. Okay, get it still again. Have they been created in a lab from Earth? Yes. I think this is going to direct change. Right, okay. Have they been created in a lab off Earth? See how it stopped then? It changed direction. It's a yes. So yes and yes. So it's a bit of both there. Cloning centres underground. Interesting. A little while ago, Dausa, that I had picked up that there was more clones than humanity. Is that true? Is there more clones than humanity? Is it 50-50, Dausa? Is it 50-50, half and half? Won't answer. Dausa, does it change all the time? Is there more clones than humanity? Doesn't want to answer that. I'll ask it one more question. Are they robots? Synths? It's a yes. Right, okay. Is there more synths on Earth than there is humans? It's a little yes. Dowser. Will we face World War III? Dowser. Will we have a WWIII? Just one answer. Dowser. Are we in WWIII now? The little yes. It's a big yes. It's a huge yes. Dowser, I'm going to ask one more question. Who's controlling the subhumans? Is it the reptilians? Is it the reptiles? The reptiles are half reptilian, half AI. It's a yes. Oh my good God. It's a yes. Will they leave eventually? When we raise the vibration, will they leave this planet? Will they leave Earth? The ones who are trying to control us? Once we raise the vibrations of this planet? Yes, we will shift it. We will shift it. Okay, God bless. Thank you, Dowser. Until the next time. Interesting. Okay. Take care. God bless. And I'll be on again soon, guys. They can't stay in this vibration for much longer. We will raise the vibration. We will change this Earth, this planet. And yeah, until the next time, may the force be with you all. I'm off to make a hot chocolate, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, guys. Stay safe, stay well, stay happy.